Okay. Get him.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm Andrew, this is Aggie, here at Nexus Jiu-Jitsu in Folsom. And today, we're gonna work on playing seated open guard against a standing opponent. Now, there's a lot of things you can choose to do there. Effectively, they have some options too. They can either kind of stay back and play patty cake with you, in which case I would highly suggest you just stand up and wrestle, right? In my opinion, top is king, top position is king. Never accept bottom position, and if you can change it, always do. So if I'm playing seated open guard, someone's standing above me, not holding me down, I'm gonna get up, always. Now, they can also stay more over you, pushing your shoulders, pushing your head, really hand fighting, maybe trying to pick up your ankles, being a little more aggressive, keeping you there, but they're not really passing, they're not really engaging. That's where these motions come into play. And then lastly, they can really engage, really connect to you, try to play body locks, try to play leg drags, try to play different kinds of things. So we're gonna kind of play that middle ground where she's trying to keep me down, but not fully engaging. Here I really like to play double Koijis and reactions off of double Koijis for wrestle ups. The double Koiji is that little double ankle sweep, and a lot of you might be saying, especially the higher level ones watching, that shit doesn't work. And I beg to differ, right? It's one of those motions that, similar to maybe a trap and roll from bottom mount, isn't the highest percentage, right? I don't finish anywhere close to all of the double Koijis I attempt, but I shockingly finish a higher percentage than you would expect because it's a trick. It's like they don't expect it. High level guys go, that doesn't work. They don't think it's gonna work. It's the oldest trick in the book. They don't expect it to work. And then you hit it on them, they land on their ass and they go, oh damn, it worked. It's the oldest trick in the book for a reason, because it does actually work. If it doesn't, the reactions are measurable. There's something I can track and understand what's going to come, okay? So we're gonna look at the options for the double Koiji and then talk about main reactions people get into and how I can use them against them to wrestle up and how we can wrestle up properly, okay? So if my opponent's here standing above me, again, like I was saying, she has the kind of the three options. She could be like here, way back, like kind of away from me, not trying to engage, not trying to give me her legs. I'm just gonna stand up, because why wouldn't I, right? I don't wanna be sitting here, right? Now, another way she can be a little more over me, like kind of pressuring in and kind of holding me down with my shoulders or stiff arming my head or trying to pick up my ankles to put me on my back, like doing this kind of stuff, right? This is a little more active from her. She's being a little more aggressive. Okay, this is where I can start getting into hand ties, wrist ties, all sorts of things, and start looking to maybe hit arm drags or hit double two-on-one wrists and things of that nature and enter my double Koiji. Now you'll see she's in a bladed stance because she's being smart. If she were square to me, she gives me centerline exposure, right? When you're on bottom playing here, your two goals are centerline exposure or back exposure, okay? So those are the two things I'm always playing with. I want to get my center line on their center line. I can enter legs, put them back, things of that nature. If she's bladed, my goal is to start creating back exposure of some sort, right? Or I can enter the legs, obviously. Now, since she's bladed, I need to blade my position. If I stand square to a bladed, or if I sit square to a bladed standing opponent, I'm going to get pretty much buzzsawed straight through, okay? So I don't want to sit square to a bladed opponent. She's left leg forward. I go on my left hand, left leg forward, right hand out, blocking, okay? Now I'm in a good position to monitor her direction. When you make this kind of wall here, it doesn't feel good for her to try to pass this way. I have a lot of feelers out. So they try to go this way, and that's when you can start harassing their foot. So if she tried to step this way, I can start like harassing her foot, see, and start taking her back, or at least exposing the back.
That was a surprise.
Right? Yeah. Those are the types of things that I like to do when I create the bladed position. So anyway, I go bladed. We're here. Now I'm going to start hand fighting and making her think things are coming. And again, she's being more aggressive this time. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is scoop myself to her center line. I scoop myself square with her, and I act quick here. This can't be a slow motion move. And I hook, boom, 2 feet inside, okay? I'm really connecting here. If she tried to pull her foot back, she wouldn't be able to. I'm connected, okay? The only way she gets out of this is by stepping up and out, all right? So I hook, boom. And now I put two hands right above the knees. And as I push, I pull with one leg or the other. I don't care which one. I push with the hands and I pull with one of my legs here and set them down. Okay? As soon as I set them down, I go to the ankles and pick their ankles up above their hips. Try to stand up. She can't. Only way she can stand up is if she turns her back to me. Now I have back exposure. Okay? So I knock her down, pick the ankles up, bring myself up high, and now I'm standing up above her looking for passing scenarios, leg drags, and things of that nature. Okay? So again, she's standing above me. We're playing here. I see a bladed stance. I blade my position. Now I'm hand fighting. Now I'm playing here. I scoot in. Boom. Hook. There's my double koiji. Okay? Let's go this way a little bit. I knock her down. Connect to the ankle. Stand myself up. Fake. Pass. And now I'm getting ready to go into all my attacks. Maybe I step over for honey hole and I go into some good breaks. Who knows? The world is my oyster at this point. Okay? Now, like I said, it's not always the highest percentage sweep. You might not knock them down, but their reaction is measurable. I know what she has to do. Okay? Come back. When I go blade, because she's bladed, and I start hand fighting, and I pull myself in, and I go here, and I start to knock her down, she has a couple options. She can step out with this leg, up and out, great. Up and out with this leg, great. Or she can try to like come down on top, which now I really have center line. Okay? So when I'm here and I see them step their leg up and out, right away I'm going to start connecting for wrestle ups. Okay? What my goal is when I connect for wrestle ups is to go left to left or right to right. Right? And there's a reason for that. If I were to come up and I go right to right here, she can pull straight back and I can stop that. Okay? She can try to go to her left, which would be silly. I can stop that because then she would open her center line to me. But if she started kicking her leg out to the right and ran away from me, I would lose it. Okay? So if I come up here and she goes, boom, out, I don't have any way to monitor that grip. And now I've just wasted time and energy. Maybe I stand up now, but I didn't win that scenario. Okay? So when I come in, I go double koiji, she steps up and out, I go left to left. Here. The main reaction you're going to get is people try to pull back. So now she just pulls me to her. She pulled me up. Kick this way, not going to help. Kick out this way, center line exposure. Right? This is what I want. Okay? So when I'm coming up on wrestle ups, like single leg wrestle ups, inside knee pulls, that's what I call this, an inside knee pull. I don't call it, I learned it as an inside knee pull. When I go into those scenarios, left against left, there's no real good decision for her here. Right? So now it's quite easy to wrestle up. So again, I come into my double koiji. I try to knock her down. She steps up and out. I go here. She starts trying to pull away. She pulls me up to her. Look. And now I'm in on my single leg. And now I can start playing any options from my single leg attack. Right? So let's face this way. So again, I'm bladed because she's bladed. Okay? Can you back up a little bit? I'm bladed because she's bladed. Right? I'm starting to hand fight. We're starting to play. I come into double koiji. She steps up and out. Inside knee pull. Right away. Okay? They're going to pull. They're going to try to pull their leg back. Almost like a sprawl. So as she pulls, it brings me up to her. And now I can create my angle, going around behind her, start standing up, and wrestling her down to the mat with any number of options. I can go from single to double, single to knee tap. I can go from single to body lock and throw her down. I can run the pipe. I can play any number of things. And now I'm on top. In a good position, I can start looking to pass and go into all of my work. Okay? From one different angle. Here. We're sitting here. They get their bladed stance. They get to their bladed stance. I blade my stance. Here, look. I'm monitoring. Left against left. Okay? I'm getting into the hand fight. Maybe I pull her. Double koiji. I start looking to fight this double koiji. She steps up and out. Boom, knee pull, bringing myself up. And now I can start to wrestle, putting her down and getting into my passing sequences, right? So again, double koiji, it's not the highest percentage sweep. It's not the highest percentage knockdown, but the reactions are measurable. I know what they have to do, okay? When I get a double koiji, get the ankles above their hips, make sure you can come on top. The only way for them to beat that is to turn away, so now you're chasing the back. That's really great, okay? If they step up and out of the double Koigi, that means 100% of their weight is on one of their legs for at least a second. That gives me that time to get my inside knee pull. You can play right against left, left against right, but it is not nearly as optimal, right? We want to go left against left or right against right. We're playing inside knee pull positions. That's going to pull us directly up into our single legs. We're going to beat the head hands defense. We're coming up from bottom, and we're able to wrestle from there with any number of options off of your single leg, right? So this is a sequence I really, really like. Make sure you're blading your stance against their bladed position. If they're square, you can be square. If they're bladed, you better blade, right? It's really important. Otherwise, you're just going to get your guard sliced through like a hot knife through butter, right? So try it out. Let me know how it goes. Throw a comment down in the comment section. Like, subscribe. Be ready for that next video. If you want to see something in the future, let me know. I always like to make videos for my subscribers. Again, I'm Andrew. This is Aggie. We're here at Nexus Jiu Jitsu in Folsom. And go get some. Thanks, honey.